right, so for this problem, we're going to find the surface area for a right triangular prism. This is on page 58, number 3, but I will be doing it with different numbers. Sorry, people, I have to have the introduction or else, like, it won't work. All right, so let me delete this stuff real quick. Whoa, let me see if I can open up a different one. Let me see, do we have a different one up there? Yeah, so you guys have this one right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the, let's see, wait, I'm going to take out the numbers. So we do the same steps. The numbers would just be different. So you don't delete your numbers. This is just so I don't give you the answers, but I show you the steps how to do it. So I'm going to do this one for 10. I'm going to do this one 15. I'm going to do this one 12. And I'm going to do this one 20. Doesn't matter. So here's what we need to find. For these problems, we need to find the surface area, which means we have to find the areas for the faces. So for the top face, for the bottom face, for the back face, for the right face, and for the left face. But because we're doing a triangular prism, we're not going to do front face, back face, top face, bottom face, left face, right face. That was just for rectangles. For this one, we're going to do this. We're going to do top triangle. We're going to do top triangle. So for right now, here's what I want you guys to do. On your paper, I want you to put top triangle. And I want you to put the area for the triangle. 1/2 times the base times the height. But I want you to think about what is the base and what is the height. So I want you to look at this triangle right here, the one I'm coloring in black. What is the base for this triangle and what is the height? And I want you to notice, do not change the numbers, Aaliyah. And I want you to notice that they have this little red square here. Whenever a triangle has this little red square here, that means that the base and the height are connected to the square. So that means that my base and my height, let me change the color, will be right here in the bottom of it and then the top of it like this. So there's no invisible height for this. The height is on the side right there. Now for my base right here, there's no number. This is the same number as this number right here. For me, it's 20. I don't know what it is for you. Now for my height, there's no number there for my green. It's the same height as my height over here, as my 10. I don't know what it is for yours, but for mine it's going to be 10. So when I write my problem, it's going to say 1/2 times my base, which is 20, and then times my height, which is 10. I don't know what your height is. I don't know what your base is, but just make sure you have yours as the base and the height. Do we change the numbers too? Don't change the numbers. Let me say it on the chat for her just in case she doesn't know. Now, because this is a triangular prism, the top triangle is the exact same thing as the bottom triangle right here, the one I'm coloring in black. So because they're the same thing, we're just going to copy it. So if that was the top, we need the bottom triangle. The bottom triangle. And this bottom triangle is going to be the exact same formula. 1/2, because it's a triangle, times 20 times 10 times my height. Remember, your base and your height are different. So I don't know what your base and your height is, but this is my base and my height. Now, from here, though, it gets a little bit easier because then we just need to find the 3 rectangles. So the first rectangle, I'm going to show you in blue. So you can see the one I'm trying to find. So I'm trying to find this right rectangle right here. And because it's a rectangle, I mean, it kind of looks like a parallelogram, but it's a rectangle. We only multiply the base and the height. So that means that we're only going to do 20 base times height 12. So for this rectangle, on the right side, I'm just going to put 20 times 12. I don't know what your rectangle says, but just make sure you have the base times the height. So let me take out my blue so I can write my rectangle 20 times 12. Now, I'm going to find the other rectangle in the back, and I'm going to do this one orange so you can see it. and it overlaps with the yellow, so it's like in the background of it. So the orange would be my next rectangle. And this rectangle, for me, it would say 15 times 12. So for this rectangle right here, I would have to do the base 15 times my height 12. For yours, I don't know what your numbers is, but that would be for my orange rectangle. You don't have to put it in color. You can just write like a rectangle and put what the multiplying numbers are. So you don't have to color it in like I do. And then my last rectangle, let's do it purple because I like the Lakers and they have purple. So the left rectangle right here, the base is already there, which is 10. We just don't have the height. But the height is the exact same thing as the one over here. So if this is going to be 12, that means this is going to be 12. So for this one, it's going to be 10 times 12. So for this one, it's going to be 10 times 12. Now, in 6th grade, we don't test you if you know your multiplication stuff. That's your 5th, 4th, 3rd grade stuff. That's your homework stuff. If you don't know it, that's where you practice it. But when you do math problems for me, when you have all these calculations like this, I don't mind when you use a calculator. So if you want to do 20 times 12 in the calculator, go ahead and do it. I'm going to do it on my end. So I'm going to do, let's see, 20 times 12. That's 240. So for this one, let's do them all black just so we can have them color coded. So this will be 240. For this one, 15 times 12. It's 180. For this one, 10 times 12, I know that one. Over here, let's do some yellow. For here, I'm going to take the half. So what is 1/2 of 20? 1/2 of 20 is just 10. And then I do 10 times 10. And that just gives me 100. So for this one, it'll be 100. But because my top and my bottom triangle are the same, this one's just 100 as well. Because I am doing a video, I'm going to keep going. You guys do your calculation. But once you have all the areas, you need to add them all up once you are ready with all of them. So once you have this area for the triangles, and then these areas for the rectangles, then you can add them all up. So it would be 240 plus 180 plus 120 plus 100. But see, this is 4th grade stuff, man. You guys are in middle school. You guys are allowed to do it sideways. So 240 plus 180 plus 120 plus 100 plus 100 equals, let's see, 240 plus 180 plus 120 plus 200. It's 740. So when I put my answer, I'm not going to just put the number. I got to put the measurement. So if it says feet, I need to put feet. And because I was multiplying by 2 numbers every time, 2 sides every time, it has to be a little 2 on top of there. So whatever your answer is, make sure you have that little 2 on top with the feet on it. Make sure to subscribe button. Yeah.